when you hear that. It's a reminder, the biggest show in the city, it's airborne again. This is Sports Panorama. My name is Fentio, Tahiru Fentio. It's been a wonderful week of sporting action from wherever. All the African teams are out of the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. Chelsea 4, Ajax 4. Man United did their thing on a Thursday night. Today, as we speak, in fact, the Ghana Under-23 are in action in the CAF Under-23 tournament. So there's really a lot to talk about. The show, as always, is live and interactive on social media. You can join the conversation with the hashtag Sports Panorama. And the show always proudly brought to you by Betway and DSTV. Okay, I had to bring back all of those old soundbites because, Charlie, they are reminders of some of the shenanigans the guys here can get up to. Daniel Cransing is here. The man who swore he was leaving Man United indeed left. He's here today, looking really good in that very, very... is that a wooden shirt? Expensive.
Very, very expensive.
A very, very interesting looking shirt. Nathan Kwao is here. The lyricist, the vocalist,
You're not even giving the fans one. Move on. You're spoiling the fans.
Yeah. The thing you wanted me to do, that I'm not going to do it. We'll get the show on the way. Nathan is here. He's the boss, the big man himself. Hi, boss.
Yeah, what's happening, guys?
Everything cool, bro.
Yeah,
everything nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. No more.
Imbeshi no more.
Last week you had a program. This week, what do you have?
You had no program.
Me. I had a program last week. Are you serious? You had a program. Candy, is this serious? Sure. And your problem became more complicated during the week.
Nothing happened during the week.
Oh, no more. But I've spoken to Ben. I've spoken to Ben.
What did you tell him?
No, he's truly making me happy. Oh my God. Oh, no more.
That's the most coolest sentence in this house.
He's truly making me happy.
No more.
No more. Channel. In Lowana. Channel.
Bocho Nkegbe.
Next week.
Benjamin Ketia, aka Bocho Nkegbe.
Oh, Charlie.
You must say their name.
Bocho Nkegbe. He's truly making me happy. Oh, Charlie.
What do you mean?
I hear he's run out of Michigoro. and I told him.
Wait, what is Michigoro?
Oh, it's bitter cola. It is something that every man should constantly, regularly be part of.
I've never seen
so. Okay, all right. Just can we proceed, gentlemen?
So I've told him, is it the drone what the government is sending? Used to
deliver the medicines.
I have personally invested the Goromichi in that. He'll be receiving this in the next 5 minutes.
Christopher Nimley needs no introduction. Okay, so what's on the plate tonight? Kumasi Asante Kotoko, within the week, they were in Abidjan. They got kicked out of the CAF Confederations Cup. They came back home without their head coach, Kjetil Zachariassen. They said Zachariassen had absconded, in fact. But as the days went by, it became clearer and clearer how Zachariassen stayed back in Cote d'Ivoire. According to his agent, Kotoko management told him they can't guarantee his safety in Kumasi after that result, so he should better stay in Abidjan. And then some management members went on radio to plead and beg Zachariassen to resign. The people who appointed Zachariassen were now pleading with Zachariassen to resign. Very interesting stuff happening in Kumasi. So we'll get into the details of that. And of course, the CAF U-23 tournament is underway. The Black Meteors of Ghana currently taking on Cameroon in the opening game of the competition. So as and when the show goes on, we'll try and keep you updated on that match and then tell you what exactly the Meteors are up to. Today on Twitter, I'm sure you saw the conversation. Samuel Inkum is apparently making a return to the Black Stars. The Akwesapia says it's not true. But that's the Black Stars have a massive issue at right back at the moment because everybody was crying about the inclusion of Harrison Affo. Now Affo is injured, apparently, and we can't seem to find a decent replacement for him. So much so that we have to go and bring back Samuel Inkum, who plays in Bulgaria. And then, of course, tonight we'll dedicate a lot of time talking about the midweek action in the Champions League, as well as this weekend's massive game.
We are at Alisa Hotel.
At the Alisa Hotel, man. The road show. This is probably the biggest road show we have put together by virtue of the magnitude of the game itself.
Yes.
My goodness.
The venue.
Oh, the venue, Alisa Hotel. We haven't been there in a while.
The Liles we are expecting to be present.
Oh, no more.
Charlie.
Oh, Charlie. Sunday.
Oh, no more.
All day.
All day.
It starts with the
curtain raiser.
The precursor. Yes. The curtain raiser is between Man United and Brighton. Now, United are involved in curtain raisers. So, United will play the curtain raiser. Then the big games, the big teams, then the big teams will take over.
Back in the day, the coach teams used to play the curtain raiser.
Yeah, even today, now, these days, the under 17 teams of the various Premier League teams play the curtain raisers. And, you know, it got to a time that short people now play curtain raisers in Ghana. You know what I mean? No, I don't know if it's appropriate to call them dwarfs.
Yeah, I get them.
Yeah, but...
Like you know.
Nathan, you are the Englishman.
In Ghana, we call them Apala.
Okay.
So let's move it on.
That's their name.
Let's move it on. We cannot.
So Man United are now. Say it.
I should say what? No, but for the timing of the game and for the fixtures, they will have to play first.
Yeah.
Of course, Man United Brighton is not as big as Man City.
Of course.
Liverpool.
And I'm saying that the way the
Man United will play first.
Yes, just like the way our friends. Yes,
you don't want to take it like that. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, just like the way our friends.
So those who are playing on Saturday who are
not vertically gifted. Our friends who are not vertically gifted, the kind of curtain raisers they play.
I accept. Let's move on. I have so many things to say, so let's continue.
Okay, so that's what's on the plate tonight. Is quite a lot. And your messages are welcome on WhatsApp as well. 054-9986-996. 054-9986-996. You know, let's go around the table. I'll start with Nimli. Within the week, what's been the thing that's been bothering you most? I'll give you the floor. You have 2 minutes.
Of course. Without missing words, is the mess at Kotoko. It's a complete mess. And I think hairs must roll, starting from the very top. Maybe when we come back, it is basically our major topic to be discussed. But during the week, I was. Do you remember that South African journalist when Joe Lamte demolize, camera saying, Joe Lamte, you remember that South African? He uses, I was flabbergasted.
Yeah, he said he was flummoxed
and flabbergasted.
Yeah.
Look, when I heard the sort of things going on in Kumasi Asante Kotoko, I was telling myself, goodness me, arguably, this is not only the biggest club in Ghana, but if you come to the continent of Africa,
they're not the biggest club.
I'm saying
one of the biggest.
One of the biggest.
Kotoko are the biggest club in Ghana.
Arguably. somebody may say something different.
Yeah,
you have to respect the opinions of people.
There are some things that can be left to opinion.
They are not the biggest.
Facts. Kotoko has more league titles than House of Oak. They have more African Cups than
nobody
House
has
of Oak.
compared them to
Daniel is saying
I said they are not the biggest.
That was the only
But I'm
statement
saying
he made.
they are.
So what I'm saying is
facts.
arguably, not only in Ghana, but beyond Ghana.
Yeah.
Commercial Santi Kotoko
Yes.
is one of the biggest clubs on the continent of Africa.
I agree.
And if you look at the way certain people are dragging the name of that club where it should not be, look, it hurts. I don't need to be a Kotoko fan to say that it is. But for me, during the week, that was something that really, really, really struck me. And I'm happy we will go down into the matter. Because if somebody can have the nerves to tell somebody, so you're Brunidia resigning, so you're Bibinia, you should have no locus telling that man, so you're Bruni Padia.
That's just inappropriate.
How can you say that?
It's
How can you say that?
It's inappropriate.
And these are the people running Commercial Santi Kotoko.
It's a management member.
Look,
somebody with the capacity to fire the coach.
You go round.
He's going on radio to say if you're a white man, resign. What does that even mean?
You go round the table and come. Today I will tell that person, if he's a black man, he better resign. Yes. I'm not going to miss words.
Mr. Wow, free your mind.
Oh, I mean, I think it's I think that we should actually start with this Kotoko thing. I don't know, but I think it's the biggest thing that happened. This ridiculous thing concerning.
I mean,
Kjetil Zachariassen. Yeah. You see, let's look. I think if you ask me critically, you look at the mess at Asante Kotoko, and you are not surprised as to how the club has not made giant steps forward, right? You won't be surprised. Look at this comedy show. You employ a coach. You give him targets. Okay, it doesn't work. He goes to play a game. He loses. Your team gets kicked out. If you want to fire the man, fire the man, and let's move it on. But the shenanigans of we can't guarantee. What do you mean you cannot guarantee his safety? What is the meaning of we cannot guarantee your safety?
It's literally your job to guarantee his safety.
Yes. You are paying him a salary. You have to make sure he's safe. You have to make sure he's safe. So I find the stance taken by Asante Kotoko to be very strange, very perplexing, and quite hilarious. But I am not shocked that it is happening, because it looks like our clubs, or most of our clubs, seem to enjoy the comedy show that comes with football. I'm sure they tell themselves, today how do we excite the rest of the Ghanaian public? I know, let's do something ridiculous. And then they decide to do it. If you are getting rid of Kjetil Zachariassen, get rid of him and move it on. But again, like I said, I am not too stunned this is happening, because this week I chanced on the story, and friends, you and I were counting the numbers.
Yep.
That ever since Kotoko got under this new management, they've signed 57 players. Amazing.
And is it 8 or 11 coaches?
Like in this new management, they've signed 57. Not even Real Madrid have a track record of signing 57 players in 3 years.
I mean, it's unreal.
One player got signed and got fired a few days later.
Yeah.
He took away $25,000.
Yeah.
So I think that Asante Kotoko need to get themselves together. The reason why they need to get themselves together is that if you have a club of such a standing going in the right direction, all other clubs will follow. We should not forget the value and role and the kind of influence a club like Kotoko or clubs like Asante Kotoko and Hearts of Oak, both clubs, the kind of hold they have on Ghanaian football. If they succeed, Ghana football succeeds.
Agreed, 100%.
But you see, the success we are talking about is not going on radio to tell Ghanaians, pray for us, we are going to play against Diable Rouge or WAC or Iceberg Can or ASEC Mimosa or Sportif du Sahel. No. We are not talking about that kind of prayer. We are saying that clubs in Ghana, especially the big two, need to be run, and they need to be run very, very, very well. When you talk about running football clubs well, a lot of people seem to think that it is some far-fetched theory and what. No. if you care about your club, you run it well. You will not allow things like we cannot guarantee your safety to exist. Now you are begging Kjetil Zachariassen to resign. Why?
Because they don't want to pay compensation for firing him.
So
it's not that difficult to understand.
When they were signing him, did they not think that there could come a point where he could be fired? If you are
I don't think they have that much foresight.
Saying, listen, if you are signing a manager,
serious.
Firing him is part of the equation. You get it?
Absolutely.
If you get into any kind of association with any entity or anybody, it's like getting into an amorous relationship with a woman. You should think about the fact that one day it could end.
Yeah.
What is it?
After several quartering.
Nobody has added that.
You do why?
Namely, behave.
No, it could end.
But that's we are not talking about what happens in what happens. What?
It will end in tears, but before it ends in tears,
there will be quartering.
Oh dear Lord, no. So if you are hiring a manager, clearly a day of departure will come. You have to prepare for it. Or what kind of contract did they issue to Kjetil Zachariassen? The other thing I'll say about Asante Kotoko is this: if you are employing a manager, be very careful, because I found it really stunning to hear the ridiculous stories we heard later that they said he didn't have what license.
He didn't have qualifications to coach at the level.
So on what basis
he had
was
a seminar coaching certificate? I couldn't believe it.
Wait, so Chris, on what basis was he employed?
Maybe Dr. Kwame should be the one telling the whole people of this country, or he should be telling the supporters or the fraternity of Kumasi.
Oh, you've not heard? They say Zachariassen is a prayer warrior.
Yes, he prays with him.
Yeah, so before they say
you don't need prayers to do football.
Chairman, let's pray. Then they will start.
You see,
rather Jesus Christ.
you see,
then they'll go and lose 2-1.
You see what I talk about.
Wait, Daniel, what did they do?
we have not said anything.
The never-ending story of Ghanaian clubs not behaving themselves. So I think Asante Kotoko this week they've given us something to chew on, something to I think laugh at, and they've given us another example why they need to look at themselves, not only themselves, but all the clubs, especially themselves and Hearts of Oak. They need to look at themselves critically and tell themselves one thing: that if we fail as clubs, Ghana football fails with us, or we fail Ghana football, because everybody takes their lead from those two clubs. So that's just what I'll say about Asante Kotoko. We all know they'll probably win the league again. They'll qualify for another CAF tournament. We probably know what will happen. You can almost guess how the story goes. But I think they really need to sort this mess out. We cannot afford this circus again.
Look. First of all, they are not winning the league. They are not anyway. But look,
I mean,
I think is it. Look,
Or they will like win a cup, like beat Hearts and win a cup.
They won't beat Hearts and win anything. Look, I think it's extra sad. Why? Because it's a CAF Confederations Cup they played. It's international exposure. It's not like it happened in the FA Cup or it happened in the Ghana Premier League where it's a Ghana Mata and we are talking about it here. He's sitting in Ivory Coast, and these international journalists all have access to the story, and it makes Ghana. It makes us look bad. It's a mockery. The new GFA Executive Council just got installed, installed, and this is the first sort of controversy that not necessarily directly, but the new Ghana football that we preach, the new, in terms of our clubs being run well, the whole image of Ghana football, and then this happens. You hire a coach, he loses a match, and he's stuck in Cote d'Ivoire because the club cannot guarantee his safety. First of all, that statement already means that, look, it indicts the fans, because what you are saying is that the fans are violent. If he comes, the fans are going to go at him, they are going to beat him, they are going to... Exactly, and it looks bad on them. It's comedy, and it's not good comedy. Look, Kotoko need to sit up, and this is to the people up there, the guys running Kotoko. It shows how poor of a job they've done. I don't want to say, in fact, no, I've said it. Look, first of all, I don't think firing CK Akono was the first decision.
That is the point. Look, that's the point.
That's the point.
Because that's where the big biggest.
That's
where
when
it
it started.
from.
That's where the whole thing started. Firing Citi Sports, bringing in Kjetil Zachariassen, somebody whose coaching license didn't even reach. And now
But do we know, guys? Do we know that for a fact? That's
it's a fact. No more. It is seminar. No way. Germany alone, no way seminar. 3-day seminar. Now the certificate.
Zachariassen is Norwegian. Ole is Norwegian.
Don't have
Charlie. The gas. But look, that's a side.
Yeah,
story. Look,
you see,
it's not fair because you look at how well hearts of folk are being run at the moment. Then we cannot see. We're all smiling.
I'm not allowed this Zachariassen slander. If he didn't do anything at all, he got my dear Ashgo to beat Kotoko.
I am glad you mentioned that point because Kumasa and Kotoko were deceived into thinking that Zachariassen was a top-notch coach because he won the NC Special competition.
You see,
now,
not the main competition.
that's what I'm saying. The tier 2 competition. Tier 2 competition. Let me the one who won tier 1 competition. It's like you fired the Champions League winning coach
and brought the Europa League.
And brought
the Europa League
Unai Emery. You understand? So you fire the Champions League winning coach to hire the Europa League winning coach simply because the Europa League winning coach is what? It's foreign.
But
is that the idea? And you see, the biggest mistake they made was thinking that Zachariassen actually built Ashanti Gold. That Ashanti Gold
was built by CK.
It was it was CK
laid the foundation,
and then Svetislav Tanasievich. Those two men built that Ashanti Gold team. He just took over and he just moved with the template.
Let's look. It's so bad on Kotoko the appointment because this is CK who went to the same CAF Confederation Cup, qualified Kotoko to the group stages, and on 2 occasions he was a win or a draw away from making it into the knockout.
Yeah,
that is how good and how close he came.
Kotoko had won all their home games under CK.
As simple as that. Then he gets fired. You bring this person, and look, it's painful when you think about the manner in which they lost and the fact that it happened twice. I think that's what a lot of people are overlooking. Against Etoile, Kotoko took a lead to reach
2-0 lead
and lost. Against San Pedro, Kotoko took a lead to Cote d'Ivoire and lost. And it shows
go back to Kano Pillars.
Yeah. Look, and these things were there. These things were staring us in the face. And we stood here, we sat here and we said that the philosophy this Zachariassen is preaching about insisting on playing, it's not going to help you. It is not going to help you, especially in knockout competition, in 2-leg competitions. You can't go away and try and insist on playing your attacking philosophy and open up, and you by all means concede. They will by all means beat you. And he insisted on it. And that shows how bad of a manager he is. And I'm going to say it. I wasn't in support of his appointment in the first place. You take a 2-goal lead to Egypt.
Yeah.
You go and lose it. You drop down to the CAF Confederation Cup. Look, no disrespect to San Pedro, but come on.
I know.
Come on.
But for Kotoko, you probably hadn't heard of them.
A shock.
Look, do you know? Look, going forward, a team like Kumasi Asante Kotoko, when such decisions are made and they eventually backfire, people should not be left to go scot-free. Heads must roll. And here it starts directly from Dr. Kwame Che himself.
Yep.
I think in 3 years, having run this club for 3 good years, Dr. Kwame Che cannot clearly look at the people of Asante Kotoko and tell them, this is the direction, or this is how far we have come as a club. And to me, that is a serious indictment on Dr. Kwame Che and his administration. Look, you go and bring a coach and forcefully compel the management members to give him the job. And when a management member tells you, but how can we give this coach the job when we don't even have a CV? And you tell that management member that when you were giving him the job, did you look at his CV? What sort of comic relief was that? You told the management member that when you, Dr. Kwame, you were giving him the job to do for Kotoko.
Did I look at your CV?
Did you present a CV to be looked at? But I gave you the job. Are you not working? Come on, get Zachariassen the job so that he won't do it. You did that. Who does that?
Oh,
You see, it is clear that everything he has done is been joke.
Buntui.
Joke, complete joke.
Unfortunately, that's something I subscribe to.
It's been complete joke. You fire Sika Akono and you told the whole nation that Kotoko needed a technical director. So you are elevating Sika to it. Sika, no, I don't need to be a technical director.
How is that even an
I'm coming. I want to be on the pitch. You said no. If indeed Kotoko really needed a technical director to beef up the technical team, that is what we were told. When CK declined the position, what stopped them from bringing in a technical director?
Yeah, good question.
What stopped them? Nothing did. It was clear that Dr. Kwame had a certain motive to work with Zachariassen. He did not care. Look, and so many things have gone wrong. For me, I hate the situation where a player would challenge me or would challenge my selection for a team. But when it is that obvious, so clear that everybody, even people who are not tactically inclined, who can see that this Zachariassen, his selection on the day, clearly meant that Kotoko were going to lose.
It's like he doesn't know the place.
He doesn't know the place. And if a management member who's been with this team for years gets up respectfully and say that Zachariassen, we selection we dear, yet the come match we more, we will lose. And the captain said, no, you cannot do that. We have a very slim lead. It's not something that per our records we can protect in 90 minutes.
Yeah, so we need to go.
So we need to go and play
to score.
We need our attacking threat to be on the pitch.
Yeah.
So at least give our opponent something to worry about defensively. But when you bench Okra, you bench Yakuba, you bench Keita, you bench the speedster.
It's ridiculous.
It's like
Jeffy.
It's like you've presented the team to the opponent that
These beat us.
go and beat us so that we go home. Who does that? And then after you, the management member who sat there and allow him to do that, even when the captain Felix Anna complained, you rather told the boy to shut up and allow the coach to do his job. Okay, the coach has done his job. You get up and tell him that, young man, it's better you stay in Cote d'Ivoire. Your wife is here, so you have something to concern to be concerned about here. Don't follow us to Ghana because we cannot guarantee your safety.
Our coach.
For heaven's sake, in this modern era, whoever puts the life of somebody in danger like that should not be following Kumasi Asante Kotoko. You come on radio and then you said, "Uyo Bronia, some pass Uyo Broni dia resigning."
What does that even?
What does that mean? Sebi taflache ye gami. What is that? Who does that? So I am telling that management member of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, he is listening. Coach Chris, I am saying that if indeed you are a black man, you, that management member who made that statement, if you are a black man, you better resign, because everything you have done together with Dr. Kwame when it comes to the issues of Kumasi Asante Kotoko has been shambolic, and you don't deserve to run such a big club. And going forward, as for Zachariassen, I hear he will arrive in Ghana tomorrow and he will start work on Monday.
Which work?
Look, who are they fooling? Already you owe CK Akono close to 4 billion old Ghana cedis. You have to pay. As for CK, me, I know CK. No, he will collect every penny. And if he does not, me Coach Chris, CK call CK Akono. If you see, that's what I like coaches like Coach Duncan and co. They will collect. They will collect every dime. And for CK, the painful part is that he's going to use the team's money, Kotoko's money, to to pay that debt. He's going to use Kotoko money to pay something that Kotoko did not bring upon himself. Your decision making have brought such a thing upon the club.
He says he's been using his own money to buy players.
What? When the team plays, and look at the money Kotoko made
during the qualifying season.
What?
Yeah, lots of money.
Lots of money. And I spoke to some of the players. They said when they sleep in the hotel, they are charged 200 Ghana cedis a month. Then when they said they want to go and hide their own room, the team should give the team say no, we can only afford 100 cedis when you step out.
This is one of the problems. So Kotoko lodges at a hotel owned by Kwame.
Dr. Kwame, and the players are being charged.
And no, the hotel is surcharging the team for that, and I don't have an issue with that. But whatever amount you're surcharging per room, per night, if the players decide they want to live elsewhere, perhaps because they don't like the facility or they want to live close to their families or for whatever reason, you should give the same amount of money to them so they
can slash it by half.
So even if they have to add some money to it, get something outside, they would do that. But if you slash it by half,
all these things are not making
essentially forcing them to stay there.
Yes,
that
exactly.
is what it is.
That's what it amounts to, and that's very unfair.
Oh, Charlie, look, for me, I think Dr. Kwame and his board, they should look at the work they have done. Let me say so. Dr. Kwame and his management, whatever, they should look at what they have done.
Has a board
in 3 years. If their conscience clearly tells them that they should continue running Kotoko, they should stay there. But if they are black men, if they are black men like I am, Coach Chris, I'm black, Fenton, you are black, 20 years black, Nathan years, if they are black men, they should do the honorable thing of going back to Otufo and tell and say, Papa, ejuma no yen to me ye, jiwe juma na pe obia obetuma rani Kotoko. Finish.
Lots of fire from Christopher Nimley. Here's my 2 piece on Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I honestly think that the whole system in place in the way Kotoko is managed is flawed. The whole idea of always ceding the management of the team to a rich man somewhere to sit down and manage and claim to pour his own money into it doesn't work. Kotoko is a massive club, and the structure needs to work. As it stands now, the Kotoko club has no structure. The management has no structure. So right now, if Kwame leaves, what happens? Are they going to look for another rich entrepreneur to come and take over? Because Champion desperately wanted that team before Kwame bought it. So are we just going to move from one individual to another individual, hoping that one rich man one day will come?
If you run Kotoko well, you make money.
Of course. Just ask Herbert Mensah.
You make good money.
Ask Herbert Mensah.
Just do the right thing.
And he did the right thing marketing wise. So this Kotoko management, for example, I don't even think that they have somebody responsible for proper marketing of the club. Because even the strike deal that they got, I don't think any of them showed any interest whatsoever. They just sat there. Then Chipsa came and brought his own deal, brought his terms. Then they signed it, and then they're enjoying the labor of it. But Kotoko should be much more than that.
Far bigger than that.
And you see, I have feelings towards Kotoko, but as it stands now, in terms of management and the way the club is being run, Kotoko is doing a far better job.
Of course.
Right now, they're doing a far better job. You look at Kim Grant, he seems to have a proper backing, proper organization in place. He's been in charge since December of last year. Look at Hartwig, he's brought in a lot of really young players. Kotoko are always, all the time, always looking for the next established player who scores against them, then they will sign him. That is not going to work. Okay, we'll try and take a few messages, and then we switch the conversation to the Black Stars of Ghana. Right back, Daniel Cranston, you were the one that was talking to me about some prophecy of Samuel Inkum coming back into the Black Stars team. We have to say though that this is not official, but we know Harrison Affle is injured. It's proved that Kwesi Appiah needs to call a right back. The stories out there today were that Samuel Inkum had been recalled into the national team. And that is not from an official source, but sometimes these stories, when you look at where they're coming from, they turn out to be true. Danny, do we have a problem at right back?
Do you know that?
Yeah.
Charlie, sometimes people just miss their chance. If Amos Frimpong were here.
Danny?
Yeah.
That's exactly
If Amos Frimpong were
same thing we
No,
say.
he's an old body. He's an old body.
Stop that.
No, he's an old body.
Who is not an old body?
Amos Ripon is an old body.
Who is not? Harrison?
I sat here last week. I said he's the oldest Dwade in the team.
Dwade need that.
No, but Letang is making a good point.
Amos Ripon.
That if he were still here,
He would walk straight into this
He'll
team.
probably be option number
Yes.
one. Probably.
So
Or if you want,
not because he's the best.
because
Not
he's
because he's
next
the
in
best.
line.
Next in line, exactly.
Next
Okay,
of
I
kin.
got it.
Not because he's the best.
I understand.
Next of kin.
I understand where he's coming from.
Exactly.
I understand where he's coming from.
But if we have to call a replacement for Harrison Afo, as it stands now, do you have any names in mind?
The Meteors.
When we went to the AFCON, he took a right back there. He took Andy Adam and who?
And the Adam is number one, right?
Yeah, and he took Atamalawe there. Why is he not looking at Atamalawe?
Because Atamala was not a specialist right back.
No, but just for 2 games. For 2 games, Atamalawe is playing regular football in Turkey as we speak.
As a proper midfielder.
As a proper midfielder.
Yes.
But yeah, he's got the quality to step in as at right back if the need arises. Okay? If the need arises, Atamalawe can step in as right back.
Coach,
So therefore, we don't need Harrison Afo. We don't need Samuel Inkum. These are old brothers. They will not be part of this team in 2021. Last week, I sat here, I said, moving forward, something that me and Ghanaians should not take from Kwesi Appiah, and for that matter, Sika Akono, is the fact that they will be calling players who we will not need, who will not be part of this team in 2021 and in 2022. When we did the calculations of Harrison Afo at age 34, 2 years from now he'll be 36, 3 years from now he'll be 37, and that is his football age. I don't want to be saying certain things, but we've gotten to the stage where we've invested so much in the Black Stars, and we've gotten to the time where we need to do things right because the talents are there. One of the main reasons why we are where we are is because we've not been sincere and honest with the truth when it comes to player selection in this country. And we've had enough of that. We've said that Ghana football is being rebranded. And if that is indeed what we meant to do, then surely it cannot be Samuel Inkum. When I saw that, I quickly had to talk to those in charge. What is this? Oh, come on, it's not true. Of course, it cannot be true. We need to be serious. It cannot be true. So for me, if it is not too late and he needs a player urgently, he just told the whole Ghana some few months ago in June, July, we're in November, per the selection taken to the AFCON in Egypt, we were told that we had 2 right backs. One was what, Andy Adam,
and
the 2 was what, Atamalawe. So if you could take Atamalawe as a right back to a major tournament, you cannot tell me that if you want him to come and be a job
for you
in 2 games, where most likely he may play in only one. Your first choice may play in the most difficult one.
Could even play in both.
He could even play in both. I feel we should be serious.
Numo, this is from Kim Grant on Facebook. And it says, and I'm quoting exactly what Kim Grant posted. Kim Grant is the head coach of Hearts of Oak. I'm delighted and proud to announce our club captain of Accra Hearts of Oak, Mohamed Fatau, has been called up to the senior Ghana national team, the Black Stars, for the upcoming AFCON qualifiers against South Africa.
Perfect.
And Sao Tome and Principe next week.
Perfect.
Wish you the best of luck. Congratulations.
Perfect.
So if this is true, then
surely it's a step
right.
in the right direction.
So Fatal and Christopher Bonny, for example, who is better?
You see, that's the thing. Fatal is not the best right back in his own team.
No, you see, what I am saying is this.
No, it's a question.
Yeah,
I had to folk.
I think it depends on where Fatal is being made to play now. But if you put Fatal and Christopher Bonny together to compete,
At right back.
I will always go for Fatal.
At right back.
Yes, I think he's got better recovery. I think he's got better overlapping ability than Christopher Bonny.
Bonny is a better cross of the ball.
He may be, but defensively he's bad. Defensively, Bonny is not as solid as Fatal. Because just look at the Wafu tournament that we just saw. Fatal did so well. So you see,
he did well.
This is the sort of progress we want to see.
Okay.
And I'm happy this technical team is listening to some of us and they are doing the right thing. Not 34-year-old. How old is Inkum now?
Powerful is 30.
No, he's 30.
Inkum is 30.
Probably 30. He's part of the under 20. So Andre Ayew.
It's 10 years since they won that.
Yeah.
So 30.
Andre Ayew. I repeat,
you're going there.
Andre Ayew is the only player who played that under 20 team with his right age.
What are you saying?
What are you saying?
I'm being emphatic. Look,
So
so
you're saying
when it comes to players and their ages, Fento, you know me. I'm Ghana trained, I'm American trained, I'm Canadian trained. When you lie about your age, you know. I will tell you quick.
We saw it in the under 17.
I will tell you quick.
Nigerian boys.
Going to come up at the show. Look, I saw the guy start. I said, come on, this guy can never be under 17. No wonder. You see, we've gotten to the stage where we want our national team to go beyond the quarterfinals of a World Cup. We need them to go beyond the quarterfinals of a World Cup, and it starts now. And the best way to achieve that is to be a bit truthful to the ages of our players.
Okay.
Where are those players? They are old already. Where is Ransford Osei? Where is Dominique Dia? Where is Rabi Mohammed? Where are they?
Injury prone.
He's in France.
He's injury prone. Where is the left back? Where's the left back?
He's
Adi
in
something Adi.
David Adi.
David Adi. Where is he?
India.
Where is? Come on, look.
Last time I checked.
They finished.
In India.
I saw that under 209, under 20.
But Jonah is still there.
Oh no more.
Jonathan Mensah.
We saw.
I bet Kwanzaa is a
We
big
got to
Chelsea
join-
also.
You see, when we saw Jonathan Mensah in the just ended AFCON,
He was good though.
he was good for just one game. The rest of the game, he could not even show up because you see, we go to. I don't know how to describe this. No knock, but he can't show up to play. But he collected whatever he had to collect. Those things we said. This Black Stars under Ket Okreku, the newly crowned FA president, we've stopped those things. Our coaches will do the right thing, and Ghana will just bring back the love.
Yeah,
if you want to bring back the love,
Drop the old one.
you have to drop the old waddies.
Bring back the law.
Bring back the love.
Goodness me. This is Sports Panorama. The Ghana under 23 game is about to kick off. It will kick off at 8 p.m. Just about 5 minutes before then. Don't know. Stop laughing. The Ghana starting lineup is here. It's Kwame Ba in goal. Kwame Ba of Kumasi and Kotoko in goal. Kingsley Fobi, Edward Sapon, and Hussein Zakaria and Habib Mohammed. They are playing in a back four. Simon Zibo, Michael Agbeponu, and Evans Mensah are playing in midfield. And Issa Abbas, Yaya Boa, and Kwabena Usu are the men up front. So the captain playing behind two strikers.
Please go over again for me.
Here, namely, have a look.
No, you mention it.
Kwame Ba in goal. Kingsley Fobi, Edward Sapon is a left back. Fobi is a right back. Hussein Zakaria and Habib Mohammed, centre back partners. Simon Zibo and Michael Agbeponu are in an anchor two.
Solid.
Evans Mensah in front of them in a diamond. Yaya Boa playing in front, behind the strikers of Kobna Wusu and Issa Abbas. Issa Abbas
like
from
a
SC
diamond, eh?
Yeah.
It's like a diamond.
A diamond midfield and a diamond front three.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I'm worried about where Yeboah will be playing exactly.
Yeah.
Because if we don't play this ball in the position where we'll get the best out of him, we'll exit the tournament. Because he's our best player. Especially when we are missing players like Ashimeru, Joseph Pencil, and co. So if I'm the coach, we're about to watch the game, so I will be my interest will be to see exactly where he's going to operate from. Because surely if I'm the coach, I have to get the best out of Yeboah. Because I believe that if he plays, Kobna Wusu plays. And once Kobna Wusu plays, we are most likely to win the game.
Yeah.
So and it looks a system without width.
Looks very narrow.
It looks extremely.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the wing, unless he's planning to play Yeboah out wide.
Which
Yeboah
would
and Issa,
which would not be good as well.
Kobna Wusu on the wings as well. He's
which
played
would
there.
not, which would not be good.
Yeah.
Which would not be
Or maybe
good.
he.
But the game will kick off soon, so we will see.
Maybe the
Once they
width will
kick
come
off.
from the fullbacks. That's extremely dangerous.
Then if it's coming, then which maybe Zibo and the other guy will have to do lots of covering when the fullback. No, come on. This is the very first game, so you need to be very, very cautious. You don't need to go and play in a way that will expose you, open you up for the slaughter. Because we just saw in that first game between Egypt and Mali that once a team takes a lead,
It's going to be hard.
it's going to be very difficult for you to come back into this.
Okay.
4-4.
Okay. So we will take a few messages, take a break, and then come back and talk about European football. And Christopher Nimley has been itching since Monday to talk about.
I'll release the song.
What is the song?
You've pleaded with me not to. I'll release it.
I don't care.
Release it.
I don't care. Hi. I heard the Kotoko coach has no coaching license. Driver's license. Just said, or the TV license. Pa no coach Kotoko. Abraham from Tasako with that message. If what coach is saying is true, when Kwame Che needs to be sacked. I will not add doctor to his name because of what he's doing to Kotoko. F0 from Chebi Zongo with that message. Tell our clubs to start buying players from outside Ghana. That's Kofi in Tema. This is from Ima at Spentex, who says Kotoko is the biggest club in the land according to Coach and Daniel. Strongly disagree.
According to Coach and who?
Daniel. No. He said Kotoko is the biggest club. Kotoko is the biggest club in the.
Kotoko is.
Let me read my message. He says Kotoko is the biggest club in the land according to Coach, and Daniel strongly disagrees. I find it intriguing how Daniel always seems to disagree with the obvious truth. He's the same guy who said Ronaldo is a better footballer than Messi, and his reasoning is that he's a better goal scorer than Messi. The statistics are clear that Messi is a better footballer and a better goal scorer than Ronaldo. If he wants the statistics, I can provide him. Ima at Spinktest. Daniel's email is send the statistics there. Good evening to the Bet Sports crew in GH. Yes, still, I will take Kotoko management in a heartbeat over the Glazers at Man U. Nana from Kokomlemle. This is from Kofi Abochi at Sachin Chepiase, who says Kotoko fans lambasted champion when he told Kotoko Kjetil was a con man. How do you fire CK for a 3-day course certificate holder? Kotoko's management is a dead goat. Okay. A bigger man from Adenta says, this is what happens when you give your taxi to a hairdresser to fix. Kotoko have been in the wrong hands for the past decade. Okay. Mike at Oguru says, had Kotoko qualified, what would have been the story? Success has a lot of friends, but failure has none. The team will surely bounce back. There are more messages here, and I'll try and take some of them very, very shortly. But a reminder here that Sports Panorama is brought to you by Betway, and Betway Money Back Boots lets you back more of your favorite teams by giving you up to 20 times your bet back if you're unlucky. Visit betway.com.gh and create a multi-bet that has 6 or more selections. And if one of your selections lets you down, we'll refund up to 20 times the value of your bet. The more selections you add, the more you get. Bet your way with Betway today. Terms and conditions apply. Betway, for the love of the game. No under 18. Bet the responsible way. And the home of the Premier League, Citi and DSTV, connecting with the very best. And they're proud sponsors of Sports Panorama as well. The biggest pay TV in the country deserves the biggest show. And DSTV are saying they did for you. Every week we follow the exploits of our Ghanaian boys in soccer leagues as they make us proud. Kevin Prince Boateng, Wakaso, Pate, Lumor, Dede, Andre Ayew, Kojasamoah, to name a few, spread across Premier League, La Liga, Italian Serie A. Buy a DSTV Zappa for 199 Ghana cedis, and you will also get 1 month access subscription, valid for a limited time only. You can also get all the UEFA Euro games on our French add-on package, French Plus, for 175 Ghana cedis a month. Let this November count with DSTV and feel every moment. Okay, so we'll take a short break. When we come back, we dive straight into Champions League and EPL matters. Stick with us.
They are on the attack. PK passes it to Hazard, who's making a run to the center. The through ball to Ronaldo, who dummies it to Bale, just outside the box. He offloads to Salah, who strikes. It's a goal!
Watch every step over, dribble, tackle, and pass from your favorite superstars. Always in HD, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Only on SuperSport on DSTV, where it's always football time.
The city is alive on 97.3.
This is Sports Panorama. My name is Fentio Tahiru Fentio. Show is live and interactive on Twitter as well. Hashtag Sports Panorama. Daniel is gathering all your Twitter messages. He'll read some of them for you as we go on. And lots of your other WhatsApp messages have come through. Try and read them as well. Lots of you talking about the big game this weekend. Namely, now I can face you. You called me on Monday. You called me on Tuesday. You called me on Wednesday. On Thursday. Why did I say Wednesday? On Wednesday. You called me on Friday. Before coming here today, we spoke twice. You said you had a certain song that you wanted to sing to Chelsea fans.
You see,
and you were just telling me about it. I didn't understand.
You see, the way you are presenting the thing, even if I sing the song, the Chelsea supporters will think I'm going at them. In my spirit, there is a day for Oboshi. The day Oboshi will arrive, I'll sing the song. Let's go on with the program.
What is Oboshi?
You don't know Oboshi?
No.
Don't worry. Everybody sitting around this table, we all know what Oboshi is.
And you really think Chelsea will suffer an Oboshi at some point?
No, but if you were given Ayele, Ayoko, Akwele, Akwete, Ajete, why can't you get to Oboshi?
Nathan, he has wasted all his time. Within the week, on Tuesday night, we witnessed a completely dramatic game at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea came from 4 goals down, 4-1 down specifically, to draw 4-4 with an Ajax team that were in the Champions League semi-final last season.
You see, to draw 4-4 with a 9-man. You see, when you have to talk missing goal. 9 men.
9 men Ajax.
Yes. Okay.
It's still Ajax.
Yes, it's Ajax.
To be 4-1 down and come back from that to get a result in any game
against 9 men.
It's remarkable.
According to who?
Nathan, settle this.
I don't know how I'm going to settle this, but it was a very intriguing game. I thought that Ajax, 4-1 up, it looked like they were going to add more and more and more, but they couldn't. I think they lost their way a bit.
Somebody stole the victory from them.
Nobody stole it.
In the words, you see, in the words of their captain, he said, "Look, the whole world saw it.
Chris,
somebody stole our victory from us.
Chris,
the only one
real light robbery.
The only person who stole a victory that day was Reece James.
Well,
who scored the equalizer.
I think that the referee should he have stopped the game after Daley Blind's foul?
Yes, he should have stopped it there.
Yes, agreed. He should have stopped it there. He decided to play the advantage. But if you look
eventually he came back to punish Blind, and then he went to punish somebody.
And I thought that it was a very funny decision. But if you look at the letter of the law, he did what he had to do, and per the rules, he applied the law. You only thought that he would have been a bit more sensible with stuff. I mean, if there was an initial foul on who did Daley Blind foul? Was it Tammy? Somebody fouled a player like that?
Yeah, Tammy.
There was no foul.
He went in an initial tackle.
Yeah, which wasn't awarded as a foul. So I don't know what you're talking about.
So what did the referee give the second yellow card for then?
So we're all confused.
Which second yellow card? It was for dissent.
No, the Blind's yellow card.
No, the Blind yellow. No,
Blind's second yellow card was for a foul.
Oh, it was for the tackle. Yeah.
Yes,
and that's what I'm saying. The game should have stopped there.
At that foul, you stop it there, and you give a free kick. In any case, Chelsea did well. They were 4-1 down. They played their way into the game. Great work. Great credit. You have to give them credit. But I think that Frank Lampard should look at that performance and he should be absolutely worried. Worried in the sense that Chelsea have not... How many clean sheets do Chelsea have? Not a lot this season. How many? 2, 3, 4,
2,
5?
I think.
2. It's not good enough. Meaning that on a day when the other team decides not to give anything away, Chelsea won't find a goal. And if Ajax can come to Stamford Bridge and lead 4-1, a better team can do so. But on the flip side, like I'm saying, you credit Frank Lampard and Chelsea. And I credit him for doing one very important thing in that game. Hauling off Marcos Alonso at halftime.
Yeah.
Bringing on Reece James. Sending Cesar Azpilicueta down the other side. I think was a brilliant masterstroke.
It was fearless.
If my manager did that kind of change, I'd give him a thumbs up. The fact that you can see a problem and respond to it is a great way of handling your team. Yes, this Chelsea team is not the best defensively. But what can they do? They are working with what they have, and I think you have to give them credit. But on the flip side, I think it just blows the group wide open.
Yeah.
And now Chelsea will have to manage 2 very important games. They have to go to Spain,
right,
to go play Valencia, and then they have to host Lille. I don't think that's much of a problem. It is that game away from Stamford Bridge that is the problem. Especially seeing Valencia's power of recovery. They were 1 down with 25 minutes left. Scored 4.
Yep.
Meaning that they do have the quality to hurt you when you go to sleep.
They've already beaten Chelsea at Stamford Bridge.
So
Chelsea will have to play.
They will have to find a way of managing that game. Can they win away from home? I think Chelsea are very capable, but it may be a game where you take a lot of body shots to win that game.
But they also have to beat Lille at home.
Yeah, and I think they can. I don't think Lille will be that much of a threat.
Yeah.
It is that game in Spain that leaves me with a lot of worry for Chelsea. But on the night, I love what they did. Great show of tenacity, great resilience, great character, and great killer instinct. Because you can have a 3-man advantage or a 10-man advantage over somebody and not know how to make it work. Chelsea made it work. Yeah. They made it count. But Lampard needs to look at this game. I think that night's game is a final reminder to him of what he must start doing. He cannot take this game or this team through another cliffhanger. They may not appear on the right side of the result the next time.
Okay. And the kind reminder is that Chelsea did not start the fight back after Ajax went down. No. Before Ajax got 2 points, it was
1-0, 1-0, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4.
Yes.
Then it became 2-4.
Yes.
So
then
at 3-4, at 2-4 was when the red card happened.
Yes, then the penalty.
Yes, and then the penalty went.
And then they went on to fight. Daniel, the other big story from the Champions League week was a certain Rodrigo. Hat-trick.
A perfect one at that.
A perfect one.
Left foot header, right foot.
And already people say he's the next Neymar. And he's the player Madrid thought they were getting in Hazard. And I saw the comparisons on Twitter. I mean, and Hazard,
So happy.
and Hazard yet again. I mean, I thought he was decent, but he was.
He was what?
I thought he was decent.
Oh no! It won't really make me.
No more.
He looks heavy. Can't you see his stomach?
With the long sleeves, he
He
looked.
can
He
run.
didn't look like a footballer.
Completely out of shape.
It's very odd. But look, I'm not reading anything into this Galatasaray win for Real Madrid. Oh, look, Galatasaray.
What about Rodrigo's hat-trick?
Also good. Oh, look, it's very good for an
That's
18-year-old.
that's the story.
Yeah, an 18-year-old, your Champions League game at home, you bang, and the confidence he showed. That's what I loved. The confidence he showed, and he scored 2, and you could tell he wanted to get the third one. He wanted the hat-trick, and I'm sure all coaches and coach will bear me out. That is what they want to see. Young players showing that will to get that extra goal. As a striker, obviously, you want your strikers to score. And he always, you could tell, snatching at chances, and he was frustrated with himself. Why? Because he wanted to get that hat-trick, and finally he got it. It was brilliant. A very good performance for Real Madrid. And you must admit that they needed it. They were in a very poor spell, and they needed that sort of victory. Not just the 3 points, but the goals also for confidence. I'm sure Zidane would have loved for Hazard to at least get a goal. Unfortunately, he couldn't get it. But it just shows you that Real Madrid have options in this team. For Rodrigo to come in, get a hat-trick. And the other guys, the left back, the Valverde guy, top guy. Very, very, very good player. Look, they have a good team. As to whether they can do something out of this season, I still.
You don't think they've turned the corner yet?
Not just yet. It will work eventually. I don't know if Zidane will be at the helm when it finally works, but it will work eventually. Just for me, not now.
Ramsey stole a goal from Ronaldo.
It's not serious. No, but look, it's for the team. It's for the team, and it's.
He said he had to go and apologize to Ronaldo even after the game.
You don't want to upset the big man, but I love Juventus's persistence.
Yeah.
And the second goal, I think that's great teamwork there.
Douglas Costa reminded everybody of his quality.
Costa scoring. It was lovely seeing that happen.
But a bit of advice to the manager: if you keep substituting that young man, you will be out of the job very soon. Don't you agree with me? Because the young man was not happy.
He's playing with fire.
He was not happy at the substitute bench. And for me, I completely disagree with the substitute. Because at the time, he looks their best player. The player most likely to get them in front.
Yeah.
Look at the drive. There was a 40-yard drive that the goalkeeper had to parry.
But Chris, sorry, look at
Ronaldo.
the result and tell you that it was Gonzalo Higuain who set up the equalizer for
Gonzalo.
Costa.
Yes, is he? Yeah. But that was a huge risk because Juve at some point was also living dangerously. Anytime these guys came on the account, they have this striker. What's the name of that black guy? I've forgotten the name.
At Juve.
No. The team they played against. Yeah, look, they have.
Galatasaray.
No.
Yes.
They played Lokomotiv.
Is it a Portuguese guy?
Yeah. Ede. He looks a handful for Bonucci and your man, Rugani. Rugani was all over the place.
Rugani is coming good though.
No, come on. He's. I understand why he's not being given the look.
But guys, I look at the Champions League and I think that there are two stories on the side. Okay, one big story. The other is a bit of a minor story. Antonio Conte.
Yeah, man.
I don't understand.
This can't go 2-0 up. This at Dortmund. This is Inter Milan.
With the quality they've got.
It's an Italian team too.
Daniel, I get your point.
This thing has been happening since he was at Juventus.
My point
in the cup competition, Antonio doesn't do well.
Honestly, I really don't understand why it happens. But I'm not surprised. I won't. If I tell you I'm surprised, I'll be lying.
And then he goes on to blame who? He's blaming the board. He's blaming all kinds.
He's not got depth.
He has actually started like whining,
like he did at Chelsea.
Yeah,
he cried at Chelsea.
He's whining about signings. I know. He's crying about signings. He's crying, complaining about them.
To understand something. if it is that he's not interested in succeeding in the Champions League, that's fine. It's all well and good. But you see, you cannot take this team this way, that way, and expect it all to all come together eventually for you. This Inter Milan team has been built so that they could do big things. Antonio Conte went everywhere to try and get Romelu Lukaku, jabbing Man United in public, in private. He was doing everything to get Romelu Lukaku. Then you get this team. He gets a fantastic partner in Lautaro Martinez, who I think is growing by the day to become one of Inter Milan's most important players. Then you go to Dortmund. You squander a 2-goal lead. And after the game, you are pointing fingers at who?
Oh my!
The board?
That is not acceptable.
That's what I'm saying. I think Conte should look. If it's the league he wants to succeed in, stick to that. And tell Inter Milan that I cannot help you when it comes to you.
I'm a league specialist.
What's the other minus?
That was also another interesting story.
The other minor story, Atalanta.
Kyle Walker, clean sheet master. Kyle Walker,
He saved the free kick.
Kyle Walker.
He saved the free kick.
Charlie, stop.
Oh boy.
You could see when he palmed the ball. Then he quickly.
and then he bounced it twice.
By the way, my favorite part of that game. There was a particular chance where like, the shot just trickled in, right?
Yeah.
And then he picks up the ball, looks left and right, and like lies on the ground. Like, that's it. Waste more time.
The best part was when he grabbed the free kick and bounced the ball after, like a professional.
I think that 8-minute spell. I loved Manchester City in that spell.
No, look,
how they managed the game.
Yeah.
Fantastic game.
Kept the ball. Look at Bernardo.
Look. As I watched that sequence over, it was Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
Stood at the touchline and was
then
micromanaging every single who to pass to, where to take the ball, every single. Last 2 or 3 minutes, they had 7 minutes on. Around the 94th minute, Bernardo Silva hacked the ball. It looked like a good counter-attacking opportunity. He was trying to go into the middle and find Aguero. And Pep screamed at him to the corner. He was kept on pointing at the corner before Bernardo took the ball to the corner and kept it there, kept it there. And was insisting, keep the ball there. Just keep the ball.
For me, the skill with which they were winning the throw-ins and the
slowing it down.
It was brilliant. It was fantastic to watch.
They were rushing at they were rushing at Atalanta knew they just needed to get one shot on target.
That's it.
And now
they were prevented. But also, a man scored a fantastic header in the wrong net.
Oh man, that was so unfortunate.
Thomas Partey.
You could clearly see him trying to head the ball away from goal.
Thomas.
But it was weird for me because the position he found himself wasn't a position where
his body shape was he should have done this.
That's what I'm saying.
He should have flipped the ball over himself.
This is the consequence. This is the consequence of some of the extravagant hairstyles.
I knew it.
Yeah, man.
You're saying that Thomas Partey's hairstyle was their own goal.
It's just on a lighter.
I'll watch it.
Let me read some messages and then we can talk about our big road show this weekend. Good evening, guys. Carry on with the good words. I can't wait for my darling club Liverpool come Sunday to demolish my bitter rivals Man City at Anfield. We're hungry for victory. Liverpool, you never walk alone. Blobby, Kwesi, die in Matayoko, or is it Kwesi D? I'm not sure. Good evening, guys. This week we will see the best tactical game with City and Liverpool both playing to win, with City with City's injuries and Liverpool with stamina going low. That's from Jude Abaga.
That's from what?
Jude Abaga.
Jude Abaga.
Yeah, Jude Abaga.
Is that Bege?
But don't you know that Jude Abaga is the name of a legendary rapper?
Yeah, Jude Abaga KG.
Okay.
Good evening, guys. As the chairman of Arsenal fans in Ghana, we have already accepted the weekend incoming loss to Leicester and therefore waiting for the board to just sack Emery. Thanks, Bellerin. I see you from Medina with that message. Christopher Nimri needs an award this year. He just takes the Panorama show to a different level. I'm waiting for the opening prayer. At this time, we'll give you closing prayer. Lambert, from Dodoa, says Pep will kill to beat Liverpool this weekend. All Man United loan guys like Cranting and myself are backing Pep, because we can't afford to see Liverpool win the league. Kind regards to Evan Sobu of Dodoa, an ardent listener of Sports Panorama. This one says, did you guys see Zuma's take on
Just step over their power.
even it amused Frank Lampard. Zuma did exactly what a lot of United fans think Pogba should be doing.
Charlie, don't start.
Fantastic. He took on an entire Ajax midfield. The only thing he did wrong was shoot the ball over.
Anytime he did a step over,
he went past someone.
You could feel the bridge shaking. he nearly helped collapse the bridge. Next time you go do
yeah, it was fantastic. That's Zimbo Selassie with that message. He said, what? At the end, just clear the ball and let us know that he's nothing but a defender. Xylix Dwayne in London says Liverpool to win on Sunday. This one is it's from Amweni at Community 17, who says, I always wait patiently to listen to Sports Panorama every Friday because of one man, Coach Chris. As United fan, he always makes me feel proud of my team, United, even when they are not performing well. I know he's scamming all of you to believe that United are going somewhere. United are going nowhere. Nowhere. Thursday night football. Nimble wants you to believe that that's United's level, and you are okay with it. And you are okay with United playing on Thursday against Carpenters FC from Serbia.
But you see, friends, I don't understand you. I don't understand. Chris says.
I would rather support a team that is drawing 4-4 with Ajax on a Tuesday night than a team beating Carpenters United on a Thursday night.
Correct it. That you rather support a team that will be drawing 4-4 with 9 men Ajax.
In which competition?
Does it really matter?
Yes, in which competition?
In the Champions League, where champions play.
I wrote my song, the way you are behaving.
Okay, guys, listen. This weekend, it's massive. It's big. Whether you support either team or not, we will all be on tenterhooks. Man City at Anfield against Liverpool. No more.
Is the big one. It's indeed the biggest one.
And we are at Alisa Hotel for that.
We are at Alisa, yes.
We'll be there on time, guys. Come on.
My first
everybody come.
Citizen.
All the you see that day I expect to see different colors
of Lille.
You understand? I expect to see all colors, all shapes, all heights of Lilles. Because I'll be there. I'll rep my Man United jersey.
United are playing there.
Yes, so I'll rep it.
Razor.
I'll rep it.
Yeah.
But it's going to be the big one. Look, I think Liverpool will extend this lead to 9 points. I think that will happen. Because it's at Anfield. And what you don't want to do, you don't want to be playing Liverpool in a big game at Anfield.
Somebody has sent us a message. Somebody says, even Klopp, Richard from Danford says, even Klopp says, the hot dog sellers at Anfield should be in top shape.
I have that voice. Yeah.
Look,
he says everybody needs to be in top shape. Even the guys who sell the hot dogs at the stadium need to be in top shape.
You see, that statement alone will take Man City down.
Chris, but from a tactical perspective, what are we likely to see? What are the battles that could define the game?
First and foremost, Pep Guardiola will go into this game not having his best team.
Handicapped.
He's truly handicapped, and I think he will pay for that. Not having his best goalkeeper, not having his best defender, not having his best DM in Rodrigo. I think they will pay. Now, Liverpool surely will play this game at a very high tempo. Like Klopp said, even the hot dog sellers will have to be in top shape.
Yeah.
It means they are going to call. You see, this is a team of fishermen. When he makes that statement, it means they are going to the sea and they will call from the sea and they'll bring the sea to Anfield.
So let me ask.
So
what's the plan? Is it sit off and play or attack? Go at Man City
because they know
higher.
Man City will have a weak back four. The centre backs will be John Stones and then who?
Probably Fernandinho.
There'll be Bravo in goal. These guys will not be able to withstand. So go and high press them. Win the ball off them in their half. Don't allow them to build from the because once you allow them to build from the back, surely they will find their way through. And again, in midfield, look at Liverpool combination. They've got Fabinho, they've got
Henderson and Wijnaldum. Those three.
See, these three guys technically are not the best players, but tactically they have proven to be the best player in the Premiership. Why? Because they win balls off the opponent. They are all accustomed to tactically putting pressure and putting in tackles to unleash the front three. And what you don't want to do if you are Pep Guardiola, you don't want to stick to that philosophy of yours when you are not at your strongest. Because surely the high press from Salah and Mane and Bobby Firmino will ensure that Fabinho, Henderson and Wijnaldum will follow through. Once they follow through, you'll be pinned. Once you are pinned and restricted in your half, surely they will take you to the cleaners. So what Pep needs to do, if I am him, he should go back to what he did last season at Anfield.
Play for a draw.
Play for a draw. Let's sit back. Because Liverpool too have shown that whenever you sit off them, stay compact, they struggle. Because the pace of the front three can only come to the fore when there are spaces in behind the back four. So if you limit the space and drop deep and then keep it very tight and compact, they struggle to pass the ball through you. I think that Mohamed Salah is hurting. Oblivion. And that is not good news. That to me is not good news for
him. But isn't that counterproductive? Because then he will be eager to snatch at anything and everything.
Once he's bleeding, City needs to be at their best at the back to make him suffer. But who are they going to put at left back? Is it going to be Mendy or that young chap?
Zinchenko.
No, Zinchenko, he's injured. He's gone.
Maybe Angelino. Maybe Mendy.
If you put Angelino there, Mo Salah deals with him all day. If it's you and I know that Mendy is so bad as a defender. He's good when coming forward.
Right.
So everything is pointing to a Liverpool win for me, for the fact that the manager, the players, the supporters,
and the hot dog sellers,
they will want to ensure that this thing is 9 points after Sunday. Look, if you've got money, it's an Anfield. I told you when Man United were playing Liverpool some few weeks ago, that if that game had been an Anfield, I wouldn't have said the sort of things.
Were going to win that, of course.
So, and I'm back again. And look, if there's any team in this Premiership that is good at winning big games at home, it doesn't come better than Liverpool. So I expect them to beat Man City and make it a 9-point lead.
Minimum.
Bravo. Anything good that goes to Bravo is in the back of the net. Have you forgotten? So for me, maybe a minimum of 3.
I don't know. Daniel Cranting made a bold prediction on TV earlier. Daniel, do you want to talk?
I honestly think that if I'm putting a bet on that game, it's double chance for Man City. I don't think they're going to lose.
Look.
Oh, they will lose.
Look, what I know is that when the referee blows the final whistle, it is either 6 points or 3 points gap. As for the 9 points, it's not going to happen.
Look, that's what I mean.
Pep Guardiola is not going to lose this game. Look, I am telling you. And you've looked at this Liverpool defense, and I've been saying this since the beginning of the season. They are not as good as we saw last season.
The Man City is bringing something that is worse off.
But Manchester City will test their defense. They will test Liverpool. Look at what Tottenham Hotspur did. Look at what Tottenham Hotspur did.
And then please, quick one. One of Man City's best players, in Raheem Sterling, struggles at Anfield, and he will be targeted by the supporters, and they'll make sure he will not perform because he's not performed since he left them. Anytime he's been there.
Should I tell you what is going to happen?
What will happen?
Mahrez is going to start that game. Sterling will be moved to the right hand side, and Sterling will have a party with Trent Alexander.
I don't think that will happen.
If Alexander-Arnold is a man, he should go forward.
But that means that Sterling will have to play on the left to face Alexander-Arnold directly.
So Mahrez will play on the right, Sterling will play on the left, and I'm saying if Alexander-Arnold is a man, he should go. Even El Ghazi of Aston Villa, he couldn't handle.
Right? But if you leave Sadio Mane with Kyle Walker or the other Portuguese boy, Yachi man.
Okay, so do join us on Sunday.
Is Matip fit? Or is still Lovren?
It's lovely.
Charlie, let's close.
Nathan, there are lots of matches coming up this weekend on DSTV.
Yeah, great stuff happening on DSTV. If you love your Premier League, that's all live on DSTV. They've got the warm-up on Saturday morning, and then all the previews leading to the games themselves. Chelsea, Palace, all of these games. Plus, the most exciting league game, I think. Okay, the second most exciting league game in Africa. Because the most exciting league game in Africa is the Super 2 between Hearts and Kotoko. The second most exciting league game is happening in South Africa.
Oh, yeah.
Chiefs
versus Pirates. Pirates.
It's happening. I hope Pirates win. The last time, Charlie, were pathetic against you. We lost in a penalty shootout. I hate that.
It's a wheel, Charlie. That's a South African team.
Pirates. I love Pirates. Yeah. The first time I saw Orlando Pirates play, they were winning the Champions League against ASEC in Abidjan. It was a myth. No team won in Abidjan except Pirates. Yeah. They did that. So
congrats to them,
Yeah, they've got Super Disky. They've got Super Disky Premier League. There's La Liga as well. Eibar facing Real Madrid, happening there. There's also the Under-17 World Cup, which will continue. African teams are out. If you love your tennis, the next gen ATP tournament is also happening in Milan. That's also happening. Like I said, they've got some Serie A. All of these things happening.
All the action
on DSTV. Yeah. Of course, we should look out for our African brothers. All playing in different kinds of games, championship games, Premier League games, La Liga games. In Italy, there's Parma versus Roma. People have been sending me those Smalling statistics.
Yeah, he's doing wonderful things.
I'll not say anything.
Yeah, he's doing.
And then there's the big one on DSTV as well. Liverpool, Man City, and then the Derby d'Italia. Juventus versus AC Milan. Yeah. Juventus to win 5-0.
Yeah, Milan are in a bad place these days.
Like I said, the Under-17 World Cup, all of that happening. Plus, if you love your boxing, just a quick note. December 7, from Saudi Arabia. Live!
It's live on
Joshua.
DSTV.
It's live on
fraud live on TV.
The Ruiz versus Joshua 2.
Fraud. You see him
live on DSTV.
Nice one.
Hot.
Who's winning that?
Oh, Ruiz, of course.
When the time comes, we'll talk about it.
So all of these things and more happening on
DSTV. On Sunday, do join us at the Little Hotel because Betway will be giving away free official West Ham jerseys.
Let me see
as
the
well
before I forget.
Which is very important.
Liverpool 1, Manchester City 3.
That's your prediction.
Liverpool 1, Manchester City 3. Aguero 2 goals, Gundogan 1.
Why are they? You have done well. Clap for yourself. This weekend, for all the tennis fans, and I really need to do this because this is extremely important, the Army Officers Mess Tennis Club will be playing the Brigadier General Yakubu Annual Tennis Tournament.
You know that's Asamajan's tennis club?
Oh yeah, that's where he plays.
Yeah, Jan is an official member of the armed forces.
So it's a tournament in honor of Brigadier General Yakubu, who passed away last year. The venue will be at the Army Mess Tennis Club, the Air Force Tennis Club, and Command Mess Tennis Club are the invited tennis clubs there. And we will take a very quick message from Isaac Abuajijia. He's the president of the Ghana Tennis Federation. His thoughts on this competition and what to expect on Saturday, and all the military men that you're expected to come and witness play tennis on Saturday.
The 37 Army Men's Tennis Club, popularly known as the AMTEC, will be holding an annual tennis tournament in honor of the late Brigadier General S.G. Yakubu, who passed away last year. The tournament comes off tomorrow, 9th November. And the Army Men's Tennis Club will be hosting the Air Force Tennis Club and the Command Men's Tennis Club to a whole day of tennis. It's going to be an exciting day, and some of the players who will be taking part are Air Commodore Apia, Air Commodore Eshifi, Brigadier General Albert Edu, Colonel Akuto, Colonel Amango, Wing Commander Bawa, Justice Opon of the High Court, Patron Adekwe, COP George Alex Mensah. And there's going to be an exciting day where we're going to have 6 singles and 9 doubles. Ladies will also have a time to play their doubles, and going to be a mixed doubles. The place to be is the Army Men's Tennis Club in honor of our late general, who was a pillar behind the club. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a day that all tennis lovers would have to pass by to network and have fun as we commemorate the 1-year anniversary of our late general.
Okay, so you heard the president of the Ghana Tennis Federation, Isaac Abuaji-Dia, speaking on the Brigadier General Yakubu Annual Tennis Tournament this Saturday at the Army Men's Tennis Club. All right, Nathan, closing remarks before we leave here.
Yeah, people should join us on Sunday for the roadshow. It should be fun. It will be fun at Alisa.
Yeah.
So Man
It's always
United
fun.
v Brighton, Liverpool v Man City. That should be great stuff as well. So that's the house.
I'm looking forward to another Nimli photo. Because that legendary photo was taken at a roadshow.
You've still not learned. Your Twitter account was suspended for good. You've done a new one. You still want to misbehave. Continue. You continue.
Anyway, thank you very much. A reminder that Sports Panorama every Friday night is brought to you by Betway. And the Betway Money Back Boost is here. Go to betway.com.gh, create a multi-bet that has 6 or more selections. If one of your selections lets you down, it will refund up to 20 times